So this $4.99 price just keeps on popping up over and over again. And also, could Square Enix be making a new Final Fantasy for the PS5? And I really want to know what kind of Square Enix game would you guys want to see on the PS5? Tell me in the comment section below. Hey guys, it's Rob here and welcome back to the Robo Tron Show, where we cover the latest gaming news every morning at 5:30 a.m. EST. If you want to be kept up on the latest gaming news, make sure you click that subscribe button now and have that notification bell on so you can get your gaming news every morning. And real quick guys, this is the new time for the Robo Tron Show from the previous one. Before, I just uploaded without any schedule at all, and since YouTube loves consistency, I thought this would be a great way to grow my channel and have your guys get your gaming news every morning. So today's topics include a new PS5 price leak, which if you've been subscribed to me, you already know what this price is going to be, and also we may have a PS5 release date leak too. Square Enix is making a new PS5 video game, and some rumblings about the PS5 being able to run games better than the Xbox Scarlet, which there is a caveat there, so don't get too excited just yet. So the PS5 price, this has been something that's been covered on the Robotron Show a lot. There have been a lot of leaks, there have been a lot of rumors, at least once a week it seems, and the number is constantly coming to $4.99 for the PS5 price, which is an amazing price for what PlayStation 5 is promising. Now, if you've been keeping up with the PS5 news and Xbox Scarlet news, you'll recall that Phil Spencer himself did say that the Xbox Scarlet will be close to the PS5 price and affordable, and even Sony themselves saying that the PS5 will be less expensive than people are thinking, and $4.99 is definitely cheaper than most were thinking. I was personally thinking $5.99 before these PS5 price rumors sprouted. And that comes to another PS5 price rumor popping up from a reliable leaker. Now this comes from a Twitter handle by the name of PS Rubis, and this is what the PS5 leak tweet said. Sony Interactive SIE will launch PlayStation 5 PS5 in several countries in the holiday season of 2020 and will make PlayStation 5 PS5 available in North America on November 20th, 2020 at a recommended retail price RRP of $4.99. Now this makes a lot of sense. If you remember one of my previous videos, I said releasing it on 2020 holiday is a great idea. Have it out on the market up until that holiday season. When it comes time for people to shop for something, they'll be willing to spend more money than usual. Because let's be honest, even though I think $4.99 is cheaper for what PS5 is considering and giving out, I think that it is still a large amount of money. It's half of $1,000. And again, we have that $4.99 price. Now this will make the PS5 sell at a loss for Sony, no doubt. The hardware they're throwing into the PS5 doesn't equal the cost of what Sony is telling or what this leak says, but Sony knows this and will sell the PS5 at a loss if it means getting more people to switch over from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5, which is said that they want to do. They want everyone to transfer over to the next generation as fast as possible. With that in mind, if the PS5 sells at $4.99, tell me if you'll buy it on launch day or you're gonna wait for games. And before we move on to the PS5 Square Enix game, don't forget to click that subscribe button for your next gen and gaming news and reviews. So we have heard some rumblings about the PS5 video games being announced. We know that Dying Light 2 is going to be on PS5, I covered that once, and now there is another title being added, with Final Fantasy XIV being added to the PS5's library. Now this news comes to us from two sources, WCCF Tech and Final Fantasy UK Fans Twitter page. Now these two were at a fan event where Nakio Yoshida, who is the director and producer of Final Fantasy XIV at Square Enix, talked about the MMO's future. This is what the Final Fantasy UK fan Twitter account tweeted about this, and this is what it says. Yoshida has been in a long discussion about the future of Final Fantasy XIV. The devs are hard at work at Final Fantasy XIV for the PS5. Now for those who don't play Final Fantasy XIV, don't get discouraged just yet, because there is no way Square Enix would work on a Final Fantasy XIV PS5 port and not be working on some other Square Enix game built specifically for the PS5 and even the Scarlet, because the Scarlet and Microsoft are trying to get that Japanese audience too. But the question is, what game could we see on the PS5? Perhaps a Final Fantasy 16 or maybe even a whole new IP, how we may even see another remake, which I think would be pretty cool. We also can't forget about Tomb Raider or even Nier Automata, which did immensely well and is loved by fans. There's also Kingdom Hearts, Dragon Quest, Chrono Trigger, and a lot more possibilities. What Square Enix game would you like to see on the next gen other than Final Fantasy XIV on the PS5? And moving on to our next topic, we have Cyberpunk 2077's PR team saying that porting Cyberpunk 2077 over to the PS5 and Project Scarlet is doable. doable. This is their full quote. When it comes to the next gen, our game is coming to the current gen consoles. This is what we have announced, and of course we do have some insight into what's around the corner. With what's happening with PlayStation and Xbox, we're watching it closely, and one may safely assume that we are going to do something with the next gen consoles. However, we cannot really be very specific on what that might be or when exactly that might be. I would only safely assume it's not going to be around the launch timeframe of the consoles. Our games were always kind of ahead on technology. They were always played on the best strong PCs. In many areas, we are kind of ready for the higher specs, so from a technical perspective, it seems doable. So this is very exciting. Cyberpunk 2077 is one of those games that not only looks amazing from a gameplay perspective, but a visually stunning perspective too. Being able to play it on the PS5 and Xbox Scarlet at 4K 60 FPS or whatever it's gonna be is gonna be much better than playing it, say, on a PS4, maybe a lower spec PC, and it's gonna be great. And of course, our last topic today is on the PS5 being more powerful than the Xbox Scarlet. So right now, a lot of devs are having the PS5 and Xbox Scarlet dev kits in their hand. With a 2020 release, it's a no-brainer that they have these things in their hands, not to mention all the leaks that we've seen of the actual PS5 dev kit itself. But I think a lot of us are wondering which one is more powerful, and we may have the answer, though it may not be what you're expecting. According to the Reset Era member who goes by the name of Klee Game Fan, posted this: right now the game performance is better on PS5. I believe that is probably because the PS5 development hardware and software are more in an advanced state. I fully expect Scarlet to close the gap once they ship more mature dev kits and software. Also, it must be said, since software not hardware is a traditional Microsoft area of expertise, it's very possible that they could ultimately deliver a more advanced DirectX development software in the end, allowing games to run better on Scarlet even if the hardware is less capable. I don't know this to be the case, but the possibilities can't be discounted. Now, according to comicbook.com, this is a reliable source, but take it what you will. But this makes a lot of sense. Dev kits don't only get sent out once. There isn't one kind of dev kit. Devs get multiple dev kits that are in different further development states, so it makes a lot of sense. Especially considering the PS5 went into development first, these dev kits are going to be more advanced because they were made first. I honestly think we're going to see very similar visual styles, and exclusives and other features that are only exclusive to that platform is going to be what sells each console. I mean, that's a huge reason why Xbox is setting all of this up before the launch of the Xbox Scarlet. They have the Game Pass, they have the cloud, they have all these studios that they're getting. They're setting up for things that you can only get in Microsoft or Xbox, I should say. But as we've learned with this generation, PS4 has a lot of tricks up their sleeve, and they have a lot of experience in their exclusives. So we'll see what happens when this happens in 2020. So what do you think about today's news? Are you excited for the Final Fantasy XIV PS5 port? Are you happy with the $4.99 price and the November 20th, 2020 release date? Perhaps you're more interested in the dev kits. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below about everything we covered today. Make sure you guys share, subscribe, and like on your way out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.